it doesn't elevate like a what's his name? Jason Wick? What did I call him? What's the real
John Wick?
Yeah, it doesn't elevate the genre like John Wick does or did. Whatever his freaking name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not gonna be on that tier. It reminded me of Jason Bourne, like I was saying earlier. It's kind of like a group of Jason Bourne-like people that are trained by this shadow government or some section of the government that use this AI thing, or not the AI, they use this technology thing to track down people of interest that they want to take down. So they find the people, like the terrorists or whatever. People.
I never associate getting a hot dog at a movie theater because I associate like getting a hot dog at like a ball game, not at the movies. Welcome to Hate to See It with Mike and Sid, the talk show where we bring you a new movie review each week. I'm Mike, here with my co-host Sid. How's it going, Sid?
It's going wonderful. Carlos won another slam. He completed the career golden slam, which is awesome. He beat Djokovic. I was up early this morning. I was pumped. What a tournament. This guy's unbelievable.
I was so disappointed. I got up early and Djokovic won the first set, and I thought he was going to do it. And yeah, he just ran out of gas. It's a shame. You hate to see it.
You truly do.
But, you know, this next generation of tennis players, I am not impressed with. I mean, he's 22 years old, and he has trouble putting away a 38-year-old past his prime Novak Djokovic. I mean, you know, that's the difference between. No, you look at what the big three did with Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic.
Djokovic wasn't part of that big three.
The generation that came, that's an absurd thing to say.
It's true.
And this is not a tennis podcast, so we're not going to dwell on this for too long. But the generation that came before Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, those three guys,
Djokovic,
they forced them into early retirement. Whereas the current forced guys like Leighton Hewitt and Andy Roddick. I mean,
but those guys weren't that good. Those guys weren't that great.
That's my point, Sid.
Carlos dominates. I mean, he dominated Djokovic. He lost one set, and then you put him away three sets.
He's 22 years old.
I know, but apparently Djokovic is the GOAT, right?
Yeah, and what did was Federer competing in Grand Slam finals at 38 years old?
No. So the one good thing about Djokovic is he's able to compete at a high level at his old age, right? Some could argue
one good thing, other than the 24 Grand Slams.
They're overrated. You know, I'm a huge Djokovic fan. But
you know who's overrated? Nadal.
No,
his period of dominance.
Was against
14 of his majors are at the French Open.
He's one of the hardest surfaces to play.
He's one of the greats. There's no doubt about that.
He's the GOAT until.
But he was a clay court specialist who had a peak that allowed him to win the other Grand Slams. But most of his dominance was on clay courts.
Was an Australian specialist. This was his best.
Australia, it's a hard court. I know. Most matches are played on hard court.
But that's his best surface.
That's the standard surface.
Yeah, but it's also very warm there compared to other places.
He's got incredible endurance, incredible fitness.
Yeah, of course. Again, Carlos dominated him just because he lost the first set.
We might have to edit this out because
we're not leaving it in. This is good.
We've gone way off topic here.
It's fine, but Carlos, great win for him. He did something only a few others like him have done. But let's move on. Let's talk about our snacks segment.
Truly hate to see it.
You truly love to see it.
All right, so we're doing our snacks section.
Let's go for it. You're all riled up.
You were supposed to correct me there, Sid. It's a snacks segment.
Well, you've been so wrong this morning. I don't want to keep correcting you.
No, I don't think you know. I think you've got it all confused.
No. Let's go. Let's talk about the segment.
All right.
Snacks.
So this week I had my usual Coke Zero. I think I'm just going to stick with it for the most part. Stick with what's good. I see no need to try other different sodas really.
So you love it.
You love it. It's awesome. But I did have hot tamales. I sent you a picture of it.
You did.
It's from the same company that makes Mike and Ike. They're just like Mike and Ike. It's the same shape.
Yep.
Same chewiness, same consistency. They're just
thoughts?
What?
What are your thoughts? Did you like them?
I liked them a lot. They're spicy. They're pretty spicy.
They're pretty spicy. Sometimes
you've had them before.
No, after you bought it, I bought it too.
Oh, you
I'm,
did? Oh,
yeah, that was
okay.
real. That was a real photo. Same day. I was like, if Mike's gonna buy some, I'll buy some too.
Oh, okay. All
But
right,
I didn't have it
cool.
at the theater. I just had it at work.
All right. So yeah, and I don't know if you noticed in that picture at my grocery store, they are fully stocked. I've never seen them have I think they have every flavor now. They have the watermelon ones, they have the
Yep,
sour ones, the mega mix, the berries, the original. So I think we've reviewed all of them except for the sour ones now at this point.
we should. I'm disappointed. The regular ones weren't in my shelf, like the
That's
picture I sent you.
that's
Like, what
very
the fuck?
unusual.
But yeah, with the spicy ones, like sometimes they were spicy, but sometimes they're really spicy.
Yeah, there was a little variety there. I think they're probably my second favorite next to the original.
I'd agree.
Yeah, so it's good.
But
Uh,
you know what? We keep talking about Mike and Ike's. AMC needs to start carrying this brand
yeah,
so we don't sneak it
I
in.
think we need to start promoting them, reach out to them because we've given them a lot of coverage.
We have. We
Yeah,
should do
maybe
that.
we get our first true sponsorship.
That'd be nice. I gotta say, so I've been going back and forth between two theaters now. One's an older theater, which is closer. The other one's a newer theater. The newer theater, which I prefer now, they're really close to each other, anyways, doesn't have the best variety of snacks. Like I'm
Mm,
disappointed. Like they're trying all these new things that don't work. So this week, what did I have? I had Sour Patch Candy. Speaking of sour,
okay.
you can't go wrong with that. You know, quality snack in my opinion. But my drink. So I sent you a tweet or an X, whatever the kids are calling it these days. But Ryan Coogler, the director of Sinners, the most nominated movie of all time, he was talking
Yeah.
about how he's not a huge soda guy, but he mentioned how like you know how they had like those Coke or those soda machines at theaters with like a million different flavors.
Yeah.
He's like if he sees one of those, like he's tempted to like mix and match different flavors.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that this week. So I was like, let me mix and match. It's not something I normally do. So I did mix and match.
Well, was he talking about because you have the option like you pick Coke, right?
Mhm.
And then you get to pick a flavor, and there's like they have like 10 different flavors. You could get
Correct. Yep.
vanilla, you could do orange, cherry, whatever you want. Is that what he's talking about by mix and match, or is he
No,
talking
no.
about like
I
okay?
think combining.
Are you sure about that?
That's what I thought. I think he meant like actually mixing.
Like mixing Sprite and Dr. Pepper or something like that.
Exactly.
So that's like the kind of stuff you used to do when you were like 7 years old, when
Yep,
your parents used to
100%.
take you to like Burger King or whatever.
But now you have so many more flavors to do that. I mean, you can have some really cool combinations. So I looked online, looked in Reddit, see what people were recommending. Couldn't find a true winner. So I went there. I did vanilla Coke,
Okay.
and it was vanilla, yeah, vanilla Coke, and then I did mango Seven Up.
I have
I
never
mix
heard of, or is Mango 7 Up an actual
Seven
product,
Up flip.
or is
Yeah,
that like a flavor you added on top of the 7 Up?
well, you click on Seven Up, and there's 10 flavors, like you said, and then the
Okay.
mango one was one of them.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I combined the two. So
That
it's like a
sounds
vanilla.
disgusting.
That was actually pretty good. Vanilla, mango. I love mangoes. You know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, no, it worked. It was refreshing. You know, I might have to try some more flavors, mixing and matching. But what I want to talk about is Seven Up. But actually, I don't know. Is it Seven Up or Sprite? I forget which one it is. I mean, they're the same thing in essence, right? But they're kind of underrated. Like, do you? I don't know about you. I don't think I've ever gone to a restaurant and ordered a Seven Up or Sprite. Have you?
Um, I mean, if we're excluding like fast food,
Yeah,
then yeah, I probably have not.
yeah.
I mean, I
Why is
usually
that?
don't get a soda like when I go to a restaurant. I mean, like at a pizza place, I guess. I'm
Yeah.
sure I've gotten a Sprite at like a pizza place. Definitely.
But you're thinking, but who knows? But they're kind of underrated. What I'm trying to say, like people don't go out of their way, from what I've seen, getting Sprite to Seven Up, but they're actually really good.
I Sprite is excellent. I should have Sprite more often.
Yeah,
I do sometimes get Sprite Zero. It's almost as good as the original Sprite. So yeah, maybe I'll start throwing that
yeah.
in every now and
I
then.
might because my late grandmother, that's the only soda she would drink. She would love like a Seven Up or Sprite, sprinkle some lemon on there. And I haven't had it for years because she's passed away for quite a while. But yeah, that mango Seven Up hit hard. So yeah,
It's refreshing, definitely.
it is refreshing.
What'd you have to
And
eat?
I told you the Sour Patch.
Oh, the Sour Patch. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a sour mango vanilla mixture. You know, it was not the norm.
Well, it's pretty creative. I
It
do
is.
think we should try to get a little bit more creative with the snack segment.
That's what I
Uh,
was aiming for.
when I was walking to my theater, I saw on the wall there was like a poster like advertising their chocolate chip cookies. I think they're like warm chocolate chip cookies that
Mm.
AMC has. Maybe I'll try those. You know, I don't think I've ever had a hot dog at a movie theater. Like
Oh,
it sounds gross, right? Who's gonna get
yeah.
a hot dog?
And people do.
But every movie theater has hot dogs, right?
Yep, they do. And people
I
get them.
never associate getting a hot dog at a movie theater because I associate like getting a hot dog at like a ball game, not at the movies. But I don't know, maybe I'll try the hot
Maybe
dog.
it works actually. Now, and never at first I was like disgusted, but now I think about it, people get them in bowl games, like you said, all the time.
Yeah, I mean, hot dogs when you don't want to think too much about hot dogs because they're
Yeah.
just kind of inherently disgusting.
Yes.
You kind of just gotta forget about the whole process of
Oh
how it's
yeah.
made. You definitely don't want one of those hot dogs that's been on the I don't know what the machine is with the spinning
Like a
thing.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, you definitely don't
Yeah, you
want
don't
that's
want.
been sitting
Yeah.
there all day. You definitely don't
No.
want that. I don't know, maybe I'll have to give one a shot.
But one thing, so I love gummy bears,
Yeah, I'm
you
not a
know,
huge fan of gummy bears.
but I love them. But to me, they're not a really huge movie theater snack. Like I'll eat gummy bears like just casually at home or at work. But
Mhm.
I've got them a couple times in movie theater. They're not that great. But I was thinking like, I wish they would sell chocolate covered gummy bears.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good to me.
So it's weird. I love them. I grew up with them, but it seems like a lot of people are not aware that they exist. I don't know why. It seems like a home run combination. I mean, like chocolate and anything is
I've
good.
never heard of them before until you
Yeah,
mentioned it.
a lot of people don't know about it. So when you go to theater, you want sometimes candy, you want sometimes like sour, sometimes this, sometimes that, like different textures. So this combines both textures. You get best of both worlds. So it's funny. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I should really approach AMC to do this. And then I'm on TikTok like 2 days ago, which some guy in Jersey actually he talks about and sorry, we're talking a lot, but I'll make it really quick. But he talks about Trader Joe's, like he shows like the new snacks that they get and new foods and reviews them. But he showed this, which I bought today. It is the chocolate covered gummy bears from Trader Joe's, and I'm excited to try them out. We'll see. I'll let you guys know how it is.
All right,
And that concludes it.
look forward to that review.
Yep.
With all that out of the way, why don't we do a very quick trailers?
Let's go
Is
for
it
it.
segment or section?
Segment, sir.
Trailers segment. I just had two that I wanted to really quickly bring up. One was the Mortuary's Assistant. It's another horror movie. The trailer said it was based off a video game. I've never heard of the video
Oh,
game.
really?
I looked it up. The video game just came out in 2024.
What
Uh,
console?
it's on everything. It's on like PC, Xbox, PlayStation. I think it's even on Switch. And you literally play as a mortuary's assistant, like embalming corpses and stuff like that. But then you also have to like avoid being like possessed by demons, apparently. And I think that's kind of like what the trailer of the movie looked like. But I'm just wondering, like, how does a game that comes out in 2024, how does it get that I've never heard of, you've never heard of? We're both like pretty big
Yeah,
gamers. How does it get greenlit to becoming a movie already? Like two
that's
years after,
crazy.
that's kind of strange. Did you see that trailer?
No, I have not. I had to actually look it up when he texted me
Okay.
saying we may potentially discuss this.
All right. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that to see if you knew anything about it. I guess not.
With the horror genre, it seems like it's much easier to make a horror film than other films. Usually they're lower budget, so I could see them like seeing the idea of this whatever it's called, assistant, and be like, oh, this could be a good horror movie. So I can't imagine it took that long to make that film. Maybe that's why it happened so quick.
Yeah, it stars Willa Holland, who I haven't seen in anything in a while. She used to be on Arrow, and she was on the
What
OC.
character?
I don't remember who she played on Arrow, but she was on the OC back in the day. She was Marissa's little
Okay,
sister.
both good shows. Now, what was the
But
second trailer?
I gotta look at my phone because it has a long title. Good luck, have fun, don't die, starring Sam Rockwell. Did you see the trailer for
I
this?
did. I saw it a couple of times. I think it comes out next week,
Uh,
potentially, or is it very
no,
soon?
it comes out. I think it comes out in March.
Might be February.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a window for us to actually see it because the next few weeks. Yeah, you look it up. I'll talk about it for a
Yeah,
little bit.
I'll look it up.
The next few weeks are going to be challenging in terms of what we're going to see. Yeah, I didn't recognize Sam Rockwell at first because he has this beard, this hobo
Yep.
beard. The trailer starts out with him coming like from the future into this diner, and
February 13th.
basically telling everyone in the diner that they need to help him like save the world. It's
Yep.
apparently like being it was taken over by AI, which
AI.
is like every movie's got AI in it now these
It
days.
does. You love to
Uh,
see it.
so
Even
and
though people
it's got
bitch
like an
about us.
action comedy vibe to it. It was an entertaining trailer.
No, it
So
was. It
it
has
was a well done trailer.
the girl from that soccer show you like,
Ted
the
Lasso?
actress. Yes.
Oh, the
Um,
Rebecca?
she's the one that dated a soccer player.
Yeah, Juno Temple.
Yeah, Juno Temple. Yep,
Okay. I
she's
didn't
in
even
it.
recognize her in the trailer.
Yeah, she's one of the people in it. So
Okay.
it comes out next week, actually.
Does it?
Yeah,
Like, what date does it go? Like, is it potentially our next? Could we review it for our next review?
yeah, we potentially could.
Because
Yep,
we don't
hundred
have
percent.
something right now.
Yeah, no, 100%. It could be the film for next week.
I was making the case. I think we need to blow our channel up. We're at
Oh, not next week. It'd be the film. Well, it could be. I mean, no, because we'd have to watch something this week.
yes.
So
All
it could
right.
be a review in 2 weeks. But we're saying you want to blow it up, the channel? What?
Well, I'll talk. I'll save this for the end because we usually
All
talk
right,
about
cool. Yep.
yeah. Well, I'll save it for the
All
end.
right, let's get into our movie. Actually, let's
All right.
transition segments.
Let's get into the movie discussion segment and just FYI. First of all, we haven't even mentioned what we'll be reviewing. It's a movie called Shelter, starring Jason Statham. And Sid, you and I just decided before we started recording that we're going to incorporate spoilers into the discussion. I don't think this is a movie that you really can spoil. It's a
Yeah,
Jason Statham action movie. There's no twists. The plot is fairly paint by numbers. So yeah, if you want to see this movie, uh, you can. I think most people are going to be fine listening to us discuss the whole plot of the movie.
correct.
There might be someone out there who's like, "Hey, I don't want to be spoiled." And if that's the
Let's.
case, skip ahead to the verdict. We're going to give you a verdict. Skip
Yep.
ahead to that, and so you don't get spoiled. Then come back after you see the movie, for the full discussion. But I don't think it's
Well
going to
said.
matter. I don't think you can really
Well, it's your
spoil this
typical
movie.
action movie, right?
Yeah,
Like you and I are not gonna be able to highlight like all the action scenes. Action, you have to watch yourself, right?
yeah.
So let's just do some spoilers.
Okay. I'll just briefly go over, I guess, the premise
The
of the
premise.
movie. Jason Statham is living in this abandoned lighthouse
Yep.
in the Scottish Isles. The movie doesn't really tell us initially anything about him, why he's living here. He's just living there with a dog.
Peaceful life.
A peaceful, quiet life. And there are these people on a boat, a man and a young girl, um, who I guess periodically come to give him supplies, and we don't really know why.
Yep.
He doesn't seem to want them there. So the girl comes, knocks on his lighthouse, gives him the supplies, and like he tells her, like, stop doing this, don't come back. And then
Was he
there's
pissed that they're coming or just talking? I feel like he liked the supplies. He just didn't want to talk with them. He didn't want to interact.
my read of it is he is trying to lay low, and he just
But then
doesn't
how's he
want.
gonna eat?
I think he's a man who can take care of himself.
But he needs supplies to eat. No,
I think he would have had his own means of
really.
acquiring food, and yeah,
But it's like an
he could have gone
abandoned.
fishing. He could have gone
Yeah, he
fishing.
could have gone fishing, but he still. I don't know. I mean, he was enjoying the alcohol that they got him.
Yeah, he likes his. That's true. But my read, it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he likes his solitude. So then the girl goes back to the boat, and there's like this big storm,
Yep.
right? And their boat ends up capsizing, and he goes out to rescue them, and he's able to rescue the girl, but the man dies.
Yeah, her caretaker dies.
Yeah, and what I thought was cool, they show this a couple times in the movie from the lighthouse. He's got this. It looks like a minecart track
Oh
uh,
yeah.
that goes down from the lighthouse all the way into the water, and he rides the boat all the way
Yep.
down this track, like a roller coaster track almost, like, and it goes right into the water. I thought that was really cool. I've never seen anything like that before.
No, it's cool.
Yeah. Um, and so the girl hurts her foot during this incident.
Gets
He
infected.
he gets infected. He's nursing her back to health. And she's suspicious of him because he hasn't called the police. Uh, and so he has to go back into the mainland to
Oh,
get.
we're going too quickly.
Okay.
No, but no, good start, good start. But yeah, basically now he's nursing her, right?
Yeah.
So she's trying to pry, she's trying to get more information about him, like what's your name, like this. But he's kind of like he's very cold to her. He's like just listen, I'm just trying to help you like get better. He doesn't want to tell her what his name is. He doesn't want to tell the dog's name is. They're just like, listen, I'll take care of you, yada yada yada. But anyway, she's not improving. Her leg, is not getting better. He's like, it's infected. I have to now go get supplies, which is huge. I mean, this is a big thing that happens because it really sets up the chain of events of this movie.
Right. It's yes.
And like you're saying, so he goes to the town, he takes his boat down a little roller coaster thing, and he gets there. And then when he's in town, he does his best not to be seen by cameras, but eventually he gets caught by the cameras. And then you take it from here. What happens once like the cameras catch him?
Well, we're introduced into what is going on in the larger world in this movie through meetings in the U.S. The UK, the
UK,
UK
yep.
government with like MI6. We find out they have this program called THEA, THEA, which is an acronym for something, which is basically like
Jason Bourne,
a spy program. It's like
like
who
the
was
Bourne series, right?
who? It's like the Snowden thing. Remember the Eric's is it Eric
Yeah.
Snowden? It's so they are uh, tracking everyone's phones and
Yep.
cameras. So he is there's he comes out of this store with the medical supplies. There's this group of young girls like filming like a TikTok on their phone, and he walks behind them. What do you call that when you walk in behind someone's video or
I
he
don't know.
photo bombing? He
Oh,
photo.
he TikTok bombed them.
Yeah, unintentionally. So the intelligence picks him up as like
Yep.
a person of interest. He goes back to the lighthouse with the supplies, and then there's like this. Uh, what would you call it? Like what would you call this group of people? I mean, these are highly trained.
So it reminded me of Jason Bourne, like I was saying earlier. It was kind of like a group of Jason Bourne-like people that are trained by this shadow government or some section of the government that use this AI thing, or not the AI, they use this technology thing to track down people of interest that they want to take down. So they find the people like the terrorists or whatever, and then they send this elite group of like hunters to eliminate the target. That was like my impression, right? So they find out where he is, and they basically send this kill squad to go kill Jason.
Right. And his character's name is Michael Mason, I think is what his name
I think
was.
so. Yep.
And yeah, and Jason Statham takes them all out.
Yeah, takes
It's
them all
some pretty
out.
cool kills. He's
Oh
got
yeah,
the beach to the lighthouse is booby trapped. He's got like a net that drags some guy out into the
in the
ocean just to
ocean.
drown. It was like, holy shit, that's a terrible way to go.
Yep. He has
He
like this axe thing fly down.
yeah,
Like
he hangs some guy by a hook.
yeah, that's what I meant. Like the axe hook thing. Yep. He hangs that guy.
Yeah,
Pretty brutal stuff.
brutal stuff. I mean, I'm getting Taken vibes from this movie. John Wick to a certain
Yes.
extent.
Oh, definitely later. There's some John Wick stuff.
Oh, one particular scene is straight
Oh
out of
yeah.
John Wick,
Yep. We'll
I'm
talk
sure we'll
about.
get to. Um,
But oh, one thing you miss is the dog gets shot killed. Like I was pissed.
and that's also why I was thinking of John Wick.
Yeah, I mean, like this guy he was very in touch, connected with the dog. The girl, started loving the dog as well. She names the dog. I forget what she names him.
Jack.
Jack. So yeah, the dog gets killed pretty quickly. I thought that was gonna be like a character that would survive most of the movie with them.
Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned these people that come to kill him. What we start learning more about who they are. Um, they're it's almost they're like in Mission Impossible, like they operate outside the hierarchy of the intelligence community. They're their whole purpose is that they can do the dirty jobs and get and no one's held accountable for their actions, that kind of
Correct.
thing.
And then there's one guy who survives the whole attack on the lighthouse, right?
Well, no, I don't believe he
No,
survived it. So
it
you
was
can correct.
afterwards. It was afterwards.
Yeah, my recollection is after this whole thing fails,
Yep. They send one.
Then he is contacted to come
Okay.
in and do the job. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, you might be right.
And I forget the name of these people. There was a name.
I
Do you
forget.
remember?
I don't.
So initially, we are told when when Statham's character is ID'd that he was responsible for bombing some embassy in like Albania or something. So the movie at least makes us think that he's a bad guy, but we don't really know
Yes.
much about his background. As the movie goes on, well, that's one of the things I like about this movie is the movie doesn't tell you anything about who he is, and then you get breadcrumbs. You find out
Yes.
more and more about who he is throughout the movie. So that kind of keeps your attention. You're constantly thinking about who is this guy, what's his background, and you get a little bit of information, and it's almost like a puzzle that you get to put together.
So basically, the whole premise of the movie is this network of assassins or this one guy. They're trying to take him out, right?
Yes.
And he's trying to protect the girl. Yeah, he's trying to protect the girl, save the girl, and escape from all this stuff that's happening.
Yeah. And so here's the spoiler if I guess if you want to skip ahead, but like I said, like you agree, Sid, it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna affect your enjoyment of the movie. We find out about 10 years ago, Jason Statham was one of these MI6 guys, these
Yep,
special force guys.
and one of the best, if
Uh,
not the best.
Well, yeah, he was the best.
Not even been the first one. I
And
forget.
he's working for the Bill Nighy's character, who's the head of it, and he's a
Yep,
character in the movie. He's really the antagonist in the movie, and he has this assignment where he's getting like intelligence from like some Pakistani scientist, I think like a nuclear physicist or
yeah,
something like that. And the guy is defecting to the UK. He's like a good guy. Um, and then at the end of his assignment, Jason Statham is told that he has to kill this guy instead of letting him
yep,
defect. And he thinks this is wrong, so he doesn't do it, which is going to lead to him being killed by the UK government. So with the help of his friend inside the government, he like fakes his death and makes it so that when this Thea system identifies him, it's supposed to be just this random person, like a dock worker or something like that. But then Bill Nighy's character changes it, I think, so that he shows up as this terrorist, and that's how
yeah.
he ends up getting caught up in all of this.
Again, like Jason Bourne, kind of similar story with the original movie, right? Like Jason Bourne was like this
I
killing
haven't seen
machine.
Jason Bourne in so long. It's a
Oh,
series that I really need to rewatch. Like I don't remember it.
but basically, yeah, I could be wrong, but basically, he had a similar task. Was supposed to kill one of his targets, changes his mind, and now he's got the whole agency after him.
Yeah, so I mean, we've talked a lot about the plot. Like
Yeah, we
after
have too much.
from this point on, like the movie is just kind of on autopilot. You know where
Yep.
it's going. He's trying to outrun this guy who's trying to kill him. He's trying to protect the girl because they're trying to kill the girl too because she's a loose end that
Yeah,
they
and
feel that
also
they
they want to use the girl to get him, basically.
yes. So he needs to find a way to stop this guy who's trying to kill him and basically go back to his quiet life that he had at
Yeah,
the
he wants
beginning
to
of
get
the
a new
movie.
life for the girl, so the girl can go live on her own peacefully. He wants to get away from himself. He wants to
Yeah,
defeat the main assassin and also potentially the guy in the government that's behind this whole thing, this whole
yeah,
program.
yeah. Just we find out that the girl's been orphaned. Like the man who died was her uncle, and her parents are not around.
Yep.
So he becomes a like sort of a surrogate father figure to her over the
It's like
course of the movie.
Grogu. It's like The
Yeah,
Last of Us.
exactly. It's that
You
kind of
know,
common trope in movies.
yep. Yeah, this
Which
movie was very similar to a lot of other things. It
yes,
didn't reinvent the
it, it
wheel.
it does not reinvent the wheel. It's a brisk 1 hour and 45 minute movie, so it's not overstaying its welcome.
Nope.
It's shot very well, a very gritty look to it.
Yeah.
I liked the sound design a lot in
Yeah,
this
the sound was
movie.
great. Even though it was kind of repetitive at times, but no, it was well done.
That was one of the things where I was thinking like, and we'll get to it. Is this a movie you would want to see in theaters versus streaming? And we can have that conversation, but
Let's have it. What do you think?
um, I think if you're a fan of Jason Statham, if you're a fan of the genre, You can go to like a matinee, or you're already an A-lister or something. If you could see this movie for like, $10, $12 or whatever, and you have nothing to do on a weekend, I would say go see it in theaters,
Yeah,
particularly because I think the sound design is going to be something that at home you're not going to be able to replicate,
correct.
and
Agreed.
with the action scenes, it really brings the action scenes to life.
So yeah, so my thing is it's and I said this last week, it's a perfect January movie. Like
Yes.
you and I are struggling to find movies to watch in January. This is a January film. And like I even called it last week. I said Jason Statham is Mr. January to a
Hmm.
T. Like honestly, they should really lean into this. They should make a movie called Mr. January, starring Jason Statham. Comes out in January, where basically I don't know, maybe he could be. Oh, I got one. So you know in January how everyone wants like New Year's resolutions and shit.
Yeah.
So he could be like a coach that's supposed to help people with like the New Year's resolutions. But really, he used to be some sort of like Navy SEAL or something like this movie. Like he's got that action background, and while he's doing
They
this,
could call it the life coach.
yeah,
You ever see
but
that joke about Jason Statham where his filmography reads like a LinkedIn profile? Like his movies are
oh
like
yes,
The Working Man, The
yep,
Beekeeper, The Mechanic.
exact. But that's why I want to call him Mr. January because those are all
Yeah.
like films that should come out in
Mr.
January.
January. Yeah.
So basically, something happens. One of his clients turns out to be part of the mafia or whatever. All this action happens. Like I think that's a brilliant thing. Like someone needs to make a movie just called Mr. January, starring Jason Statham.
Yeah. Um, so anything you want to highlight about the movie, what you liked or what you didn't like before we get into the verdict?
Yeah, one thing I didn't like, but maybe I'll tell you why. I mean, it was enjoyable. It's the club scene
Okay, you
because
did not like it.
it seems like every movie, like Jason Wick, every action
John
movie
Wick,
needs
yeah.
to. Yeah, John Wick. What I call him, Jason
Mission
Wick.
Impossible Fallout has one of those scenes.
Yeah, it seems like if you're an action film, you need to have like this nightclub scene where everyone's trying to kill everyone while the people are still dancing. Like it's just a
Yeah.
common thing. Like how many more of those do we really need?
You're right, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool, no question.
Some of the violence in this movie is pretty brutal out of nowhere. There are a couple scenes. One of them was in the nightclub. One of them was earlier in the movie where just like a innocent person like gets a bullet to the head, just like gets killed accidentally out of nowhere. It's like that was kind of shocking. There's a
Yeah,
couple scenes like that.
and then people still start dancing,
The
like
people start screaming like, "Oh!" It's so funny. Like sometimes he'll sneak up on someone and kill someone. There'll be people dancing, like have no
yep,
idea, and then but eventually people start realizing what's going on.
oh
They
yeah,
start panicking. It's such a horrible. Imagine if this happened. Like you would think there was like a mass shooting happening or like a
yep,
terrorist attack. You'd be so
oh yeah,
terrified. But in the context of this movie, it's entertaining.
yeah. It was entertaining, but my point was like, how many more of those do I need? What about you, Mike? What did you like? What scene stood out? Didn't
I
stand
mean, that
out?
was the standout scene. I really enjoyed that scene. And what I really liked was how it concluded because the girl gets kidnapped,
Yep.
and he's trying to get out of this nightclub, and he's trying to find her, and we see her in the back of the truck of this truck, and we're shown like the doors. We're shown her perspective, and the doors close on
Close.
her, and you kind of know what's going to happen, or like you hope what's going to happen, and it does happen. It's very satisfying. They show it from her perspective, and the doors open up, and he's there, and
He's there.
he killed everybody, and he got to her, and he rescues her. So it was well done. It was entertaining.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a nice, entertaining January film. Another scene that kind of reminded me of Jason Bourne, all these movies, is like there's always going to be some car chase. Or
Yes.
not. So, the beginning of the movie or like early on in the movie, the main villain, not the guy of the government, but like the spy, the assassin, is basically trying to shoot them while it's a car chase. So they
Yeah.
chase each other. Though what I liked about that one compared to other scenes is like a lot of times you don't get a bumpy car chase.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of bumps because it wasn't the terrain wasn't like just a regular road, right? I
Right.
thought that added a good element to it.
Yeah, I agree. It really not to use a pun, but I guess I am going to use a pun. It made it feel like it could go off the wheels at any moment. Like,
Yes, well done.
yeah. So yeah, the car chase was good. The hand-to-hand combat is good. The gunfights are good. It's just, it's an entertaining movie. It's quick. I think we've covered it. What do
Yeah,
you
he
say we?
basically Yeah, basically at the end, he gets rid of everyone, the bad guys. Then he goes and kills the main guy that's part of the whole Shadow Network.
Yes, Bill
And then,
Nighy's character.
yep, and then he sends the girl away. She gets a new identity.
Yeah, to live in Spain.
Yep, and the
Eh,
movie ends with him leaving a chess piece for her at a coffee shop.
Yeah, because they were
Uh,
playing chess earlier in the movie.
yep. So like she doesn't see him, but she knows he's around and probably watching her and keeping tabs on her and make sure she's all right.
Right.
And then
So
the shadow network or the government also catches him. Not catches, but they know he's there because they realize he did something to send her a sign, a signal. So let's give our reviews really quick. Well, how would you rate this?
all right, yeah, let's do the verdict. I would give this a love to see it. It was a fun movie. I'd probably give it a 3 stars on Letterboxd. I mean, the movie is consistent. I think actually maybe the strongest part of the movie is the beginning part of the movie at the lighthouse, where it's kind of establishing the premise of the movie.
Yep,
It's slower paced at the beginning,
it was.
but it was very interesting. It felt more unique. Once the movie gets going, it's more paint by numbers. You're never surprised by what's happening. But the action is also good, and like I said, the sound effects are really good. So you're engaged the whole movie, and then it ends when it should end. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Um, yeah, I think because the beginning of the movie started out strong, maybe maybe the rest of the movie lets it down a little bit. It could have probably been a bit more creative than what it certainly could have been more creative than what they did. But
They
yeah,
weren't trying to reinvent the wheel like we said earlier.
they were definitely not trying to reinvent the wheel. And like I was saying earlier, if you are a fan of Statham, if you're a fan of this kind of action movie, if you're a fan of the genre, yeah, I would see it in theaters. I think it's going to be a much better experience in theaters than it is at home. And for other people, I would say, still watch it on streaming. It's a fun movie. It's
Yeah,
good. It's not great. It's good.
no, I agree. We're not going to disagree this time. You love to see it as well. 3 stars for me. So we're both on the same page, same review, same everything. Again, your typical January movie, go see it. It doesn't elevate like a what's his name, Jason Wick. What did I call him? What's the real John
John
Wick?
Wick.
Yeah, it doesn't elevate the genre like John Wick does or did. Whatever his freaking name is.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it's not going to be on that tier. Like I don't think. I mean, maybe they'll make a sequel. But like it's not.
The Unfortunately, it's doing very poorly at the box
Really?
office. Yeah,
Ugh.
it's only going to make about 5 million this weekend, and the budget is like
Oof.
50 or 60 million.
Oof.
Most of which probably went to Statham. So
You hate to see
it's
it.
not going to make its money back. It's too bad.
Yeah, too bad. But again, it's just another notch on his resume. He does his thing. I mean, he never disappoints in a performance. I feel like, right? Like you know what you're gonna get from Jason Statham.
He's good at what he does. He
Yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
he's very consistent. He owns these roles. I'm really excited to see. I think we briefly talked about it. He's supposed to be in the sequel finally to one of my favorite movies of all time, Layer Cake. Hopefully, it doesn't come out in January. Like I want this to be a better movie than this is. But we'll see. No complaints. Go see it.
Yeah, yeah. Go see it. All right, Sid. That was fun to talk about. Perfect January movie, like you said. What are we seeing next week?
We don't know, right? That's what we're struggling with.
We don't know. I had suggested as a possibility, there's this Kevin James movie coming out, um, which looks kind of like a more wholesome version of Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's like
Mm.
he breaks up before he's getting married, and then he still has to go. He's going to go on the honeymoon. It's like just like Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Um, but there's really nothing coming out. I was going to make the case, since we only have 44 subscribers on our channel, I think we need to try something outside the box,
What's that?
generate a little controversy.
Oh, I
I
know.
think we should. There's this movie that came out this weekend. It is the highest grossing documentary in a decade. It's
It
called
doesn't.
Melania. I think we should review it. We'll give an unbiased fair review of the movie. And look, we always generate buzz with our AI videos. Controversy generates attention. Why not, Sid?
I'll think about it.
All right. Well, we don't know what we're doing next week, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a surprise. But thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Have a great week.
And we'll look forward to bringing you something next time. Take care. Thank you.
Congrats, Carlos.